But far and away, the biggest risk factor for the development of autism is combination vaccines. Also, I want to get to an important development. The McCullough Foundation received a grant and undertook a year-long review of this issue of childhood vaccines and autism. It's very important. This was published on the European Commission preprint server October 27th, 2025. We had a press release. This was widely covered in the US media and shows really across the world. And with over 300 studies reviewed, our conclusions were that there are risk factors for autism, which is in epidemic proportions now in all westernized countries. The risk factors include premature delivery, older parents, some exposures during pregnancy, like heavy psychiatric drugs, and then common genetic variants. But far and away, the biggest risk factor for the development of autism is combination vaccines. And so since 1986, in the United States, the companies have been relieved of any liability for their products. The number of vaccines have exploded. And as you learned at the Children's Health Defense Conference and others, there is this asymptotic rise in the rates of autism. We're not talking about just quirky young kids and children. We're talking about profound autism, children who can't speak to their parents. They were normal. They were born normal. And after a big battery of vaccines, they had brain inflammation called encephalitis, and now have taken on this post-encephalitic state, which includes the inability to speak, markedly impaired intelligence, unable to navigate in the bathroom, repetitive head banging, injurious behavior. We now have 27% of the entire pool of autism having profound autism, and the biggest modifiable risk factor is combination vaccines. We've concluded that there's more children in the United States today with profound autism, completely disabled, than there ever was with polio. We've, in a sense, caused a major public health crisis through this vaccine ideology. And given the McCullough Foundation report, which is the only thing that's changed in the last 3 weeks, our CDC quietly on November 19th, 2025, no press release, no announcement by Robert F. Kennedy or anybody else. They changed their language on the website to say, our prior position on this, that the vaccines don't cause autism, that wasn't right. It wasn't based on evidence.